So basically, your WhatsApp conversations also can be embedded into CRM. If that is their specific requirement, then they'll just go to Google and say, does Zoho have this requirement? Does
Yes.
HubSpot have this requirement? So then as a new software product player, then the responsibility becomes that, okay, how do I make this kind of content which can rank for the big brand searches? So Nida, what do you think, if you take any software product category, what do you think is the most searched term? Like, what do you think people search most in, say, CRM, the CRM software category? Any ideas?
I think people just they don't search CRM softwares anymore. I think they directly go for the names like Zoho, HubSpot.
Yes, absolutely. So, in fact, that's one of the biggest, I would say, learnings or insights that we've had, and which a lot of prospects and clients tend to forget, that when you're building content specifically for SEO, the fact is that in mature categories like CRM, like ERP, HRMS, let's take logistics, all these categories, they are the incumbents, the main players have done such heavy advertising and branding that people
Yes.
and people typically start by just searching. Let's say we are taking the example of CRM. People literally just go to Google and say, oh, okay, does Zoho have this feature? So basically, if they're looking for some feature, let's see if they're looking for a CRM, if their requirement is a CRM which integrates with WhatsApp. So basically, your WhatsApp conversations also can be embedded into CRM. If that is their specific requirement, then they'll just go to Google and say, does Zoho have this requirement? Does
Yes.
HubSpot have this requirement? So then as a new software product player, then the responsibility becomes that, okay, how do I make this kind of content which can rank for the big brand searches? you know so
Yes.
so that's I just thought I should start with that. And basically we'll have a very quick discussion on, apart from these brand searches, uh,
Mm.
which are the other searches that you should consider. So I'm just going to be sharing my screen. And so the first example which was the brand searches is basically this, right? So people will search if it has this feature. It has this WhatsApp integration feature, or people will search for versus HubSpot, for
Mm.
WhatsApp. So people WhatsApp integration, they want to specifically know what this feature. Okay, so this is the first kind, and the only let me just go and type WhatsApp. No, so if you have to come on the first page uh, for this kind of a query, one is that you have to try and do some videos, because and these things you have to actually, like, most of us have realized this, right? So you have to actually manually search and see what's coming up here, and then
Yeah.
you could probably do a video if you are aiming to come on the top. Or you can, in this case, you can see that how this particular site has come up on the first page by doing a play on the exact same words. Okay, and it makes sense to do these kind of blog posts or articles, because of what we started the whole session, by this discussion, by this. The number of searches is very high. So if with respect to SEO, you have
Yes.
to consider the brand searches. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You have to drive the traffic to your website, and you're not
Yes.
Zoho, then you need to
Yes.
work the
Absolutely.
other way around.
Yeah. And it's the reality. I mean, uh, it, I mean, you might argue that it happens in every category that people know the main players, but the
Yeah,
extent to which it is happening in software, that's the point. You can't miss out
absolutely.
on trying to understand what you can do around the main brand terms. Okay. So that was one. Then the other bits to consider are, let me take here. So this I'm going to be clubbing some points here. So this whole informational and jobs to be done, right? So this basically means that, okay, you're not putting Zoho, but you're looking for information. And I think the good word to use here, because you're talking about software products, is use cases, right? So
Yeah,
people will search for how to integrate WhatsApp into my, like, all these are use cases. Like someone could be having a Wix website, someone could be looking to do it off the like customized. So all these are
of
like
course.
perfect, yeah, searches of uh, of of use cases. And then as a CRM product company, you have to then build content around it,
Yeah,
like
we need
this.
to provide solutions via some
Yes,
blogs or some videos that we can make, and
yes,
of course, this.
yeah. And I like the word solutions because, when people, let's always remember that people are facing some issues,
Yes,
in business. They are really looking to find a product which matches the pain points, right? So they are looking for solutions. So even
yes.
the approach that you should have, in your blog post, I'm just opening this up, and let's see. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So this is fine. This is their actually. This is looks like more of a, they're trying to maybe hard sell, but that's the feeling I get. But if it is actually saying that, okay, for integrating WhatsApp into Wix, this is what needs to be done. Screenshot one,
Okay.
screenshot two, screenshot three. That becomes a very
Yes.
easy
I think, and the
solution.
most of the times why people are on search engines is because they're looking for solutions. I mean,
Yes.
they that is most of the times that's what they do.
Yeah. And all it takes is that you can have a good article, and in between, then you can have your pitch, whatever it is, a 1 month
Yeah.
trial or whatever, right? So yeah. So I would club this, by the way. I mean, I should have just said this upfront, that these are the different buckets of content that a software product company can do. And one is product focused, stuff like case studies and
Yeah.
product updates. And this is the SEO bucket, which is what we are discussing. And the third is original content, which we'll have a separate discussion on that. But I I would club information and job to be done, and also integrations into one bucket called use cases. And right, so
Okay.
because it's all about how can I, basically people are looking for content which can solve their issues and problems, right?
Yeah,
So that is
absolutely.
one bucket. The other, this what you see commercial here is actually, so a lot of people sometimes have this confusion why it is called commercial. It's called commercial because the person who's searching is closer to a decision. That's why it's called commercial.
Okay.
So, for example, if someone is searching top CRM products in India, right? So, uh,
Yeah,
right, so that person is already moved from a research stage to a stage where, okay, he knows that,
they're
he or she
looking
knows,
to.
looking to talk to someone or demo, that kind of thing, right? Or even this, someone is actually comparing Zoho versus X versus Z. These are like, the person has moved like one notch lower in the funnel.
Mm.
That's really why it's called commercial. And the last one here, which I found interesting, is linkable assets. So no, I'll tell you why I find this interesting. So basically, for those of you, I think some of you would know that when it comes to SEO, there is on page and there is off page, right?
Yeah.
So in off page, if you build a good article around, say, WhatsApp CRM statistics, or say WhatsApp business statistics in it. So if you do a good WhatsApp business statistics article, then that article becomes a good asset, and people can start using that article, right, in various content on their respective website. So, and that adds to the off page, right? So out of all of these, this is the one which is connected to the whole off page part of bit of SEO. And
Okay.
yeah, and with this, yeah, and the other one which is remaining is errors. Basically, this applies only if you have a big brand, like because if you're a newer entrant, then not many people would be searching around your product, right? So this is only for the biggies that people are searching for errors.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so I think this was a very, I mean, I liked this representation because it gives you a quick overview of what
E-
what are the other, like the non-brand searches
Mm.
which come in SEO. Yeah, you're saying something, right?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that only. This is a very good way to, break into the market and get known.
Yeah, because see the thing is that this is missing the brand. The first thing is the brand. You have to look at all kinds of searches around the main brands, and after you've done like a strategy or a content calendar around that, then you move on to these other ones, which and then you can have a complete SEO strategy. That's with respect to SEO for a new software product company. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.